Thank you. Where's the master? That was a very good music that should enlighten us up. I was just running up the steps just now because of the music, I guess. But this is the morning that we're gathering here to share, and of course, experiences are actually very much crucial for us moving forward, learning from the past and looking at the future. Thank you to the organizer for inviting us, MOSTI, Ministry of Science and Innovation, Malaysia, to speak on this occasion. And of course to MDEC, who is a supporting official partner of this conference, my good friend Mahathir, and of course my also good friend, very good friend, also Fabian from Digital Corporation. So again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning everyone. So let me start by sharing some of our work in MOSTI and how we relate our national aspirations to bring Malaysia towards the forefront of the digital era, and also relate it to our effort to bring Malaysia to become a high-tech nation by 2030 under the National Science and Innovation Policy. In regards to digitalization, of course, My Digital is a national initiative led by Digital Corporation here, my good friend, which symbolizes aspirations of the government of Malaysia to successfully transform Malaysia into a digitally driven, high-income nation and a regional leader in digital economy. To realize the aspirations of My Digital, the Malaysia Digital Economy Blueprint is formulated, and I think Fabian will expand further, setting the directions, outline the strategies, initiatives and targets to build the foundation to drive the growth of digital economy, including bridging the digital divide. In 2020, the digital economy growth accelerated, mostly caused by, unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic. Whilst the outbreak caused significant disruption to commercial operations and business relationships around the world, it has also unveiled innate capacity to learn and adapt ideas to local needs and as a means for survival. To ensure Malaysia is able to catch the wave of digitalization, the National Fourth Industrial Revolution policy outlined the government's commitment to drive the Fourth Industrial Revolution's agenda by leveraging the transformation of technology for the socio-economic development of the people and nation. The Fourth Industrial Revolution represents yet another significant step forward as businesses harness new technologies to process data in the same way that 18th century pioneers tapped steam and water power to revolutionize agriculture, transport, and manufacturing. Data drives, amongst others, and most importantly, machine learning, decision support, process automation, and other new techniques that characterize the Fourth Industrial Revolution. However, unlocking the full potential in these techniques requires fundamental changes to the way we handle data and the digital foundation platforms that support it, which is data centers and cloud, and hence here we are today. Data centers and cloud infrastructure is one of the foundational technologies to support the Fourth Industrial Revolution deployment by increasingly functioning not just as islands of availability and reliability, but as highly interconnected nodes in increasingly global networks that provide the engine room for the revolution. Let me share here some interesting facts. Based on Gartner report in 2021, the recent report, worldwide end user spending on public cloud or public cloud services and its related offerings will grow by 23.1%. So that's close to a quarter of what we expect in terms of percentage-wise. In 2021, that was to a total of $332.3 billion, an increase from the previous year, 2020, of $270 billion. So in just a span of 1 year, a jump of 23% is quite a lot. I that cannot be denied that. And from the figure itself, it's close to 100. More than $50 billion of increase worldwide. Among the cloud infrastructure services offered, the software as a service or SaaS category remains the largest market segment and forecasted to reach $145 billion in 2022. That is that SaaS alone. Followed by the infrastructure as a service or IaaS category, which is anticipated to grow in 2022 to about $106 billion. And according to the Minister of Finance, Economic Outlook 2022, the Enabling Digitalization Index of 2020 shows that the additional point or one additional point or in a country's EDI score or this Enabling Digitalization Index score translates to a 0.25 percentage point of GDP growth. And in the third quarter of 2020, compared to the third quarter of 2029, suggesting that digitalization has played the role of shock absorbers during the pandemic crisis. So hence we saw a lot of mushrooming of businesses utilizing data, utilizing AIs, utilizing supply chain network to bring us that crucial needs during the pandemic. And we think it's going to be continuing on, and we believe the trends and also the supporting infrastructure are there to continue bringing digital revolution alongside our fourth IR revolution together. Unsurprisingly, Malaysia's recent 2022 outlook has also reaffirmed digitalization as a priority to drive future growth. Highlights in the MOF Economic Outlook 2020. We can actually access that. That the report confirmed that the nation's digital ecosystem has helped prevent the economy from collapsing during the various lockdowns iterations. As I said just now, of course, there are gigs economy activities are going on that may have some impact on the workforce in some sectors because of how digitalization has attracted businesses and workforce to go to that sector of economy. But the compounding effect of benefits resulting in digitalization booming cannot be denied. Ladies and gentlemen, in support of the digital transformation, more data centers and cloud infrastructure are needed. Major cloud providers are now pushing for the construction and setup of more data centers worldwide with abundance of technical resources, relatively lower energy and construction costs compared to neighboring countries. Malaysia is a strategic location for data center providers. The government anticipates that the trend towards these IT infrastructure will lead to cloud services, but providers, all over the world, to come to Malaysia and set up their data centers with potential investments estimating to come to about 15 billion ringgit by 2025. So that is what we foresee it's going to happen. Aligned with Malaysia Digital Economy Blueprint, the government is planning to also migrate 80% of government data to the cloud within 2022 with the launch of hybrid MyGov Cloud. So I think we have Mampu as a speaker today. Mr. Adi is around to actually share that knowledge as well afterwards. The new government hybrid cloud platform will add 4 major public cloud providers on top of the existing government on-premise data centers. The 4 major public cloud providers that have been announced, the likes of Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and TM. These cloud providers have also been granted additional approval to build and manage hyperscale data centers and cloud services in Malaysia. These hyperscale data centers, as well as hybrid cloud services, are created to increase data storage space, thus reducing operating costs and improving analytic efficiency. This will enable a lot of edge computing and other kinds of advanced emerging technologies to also be supported through that data centers and cloud services. Ladies and gentlemen, with the increasing number of cloud infrastructure providers, the government will have the ability to choose the most cost-effective and technically compatible digital solutions. A project can be initiated at a lower capital cost, and the prototype can be tested at various cloud providers for technical compatibility studies. For a more effective and smooth data collection and management, this strategy also helps to reduce government costs, information technology management in the long run. All these cloud services allow big data, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and other applications to be utilized to enhance and strengthen government services. And it also opens up more opportunities for startups to build upon their ideas and innovations to utilize clouds. Recently, Mohd had partnered with Microsoft and also Google, and this term cloud credits or something like, that can help startups to build upon their innovation. And they're being offered these cloud credits. Of course, you have to buy a lot. It's worth hundreds of thousands of ringgit of dollars to utilize that cloud, data storage and services. But cloud credits is another term that can also be economically interesting, how it develops or evolves in the near future. So the cloud infrastructure's flexibility provides dynamic infrastructure configuration if there is any increase of usage demand once the system is deployed to the public. This feature provides high availability for an improved user experience. Due to the high scalability of cloud infrastructure, the maximum spikes during the system users' transactions can be handled without any disruption to the system. So it's all being managed at the centers with cybersecurity features all in place. In addition, cloud infrastructure providers manage firmware, as I said just now, that protects from cyber attacks and other irregularities that can happen. Together with the comprehensive and advanced management of accessibility of the system provided by the cloud platforms, this will result in better control and monitoring, which leads to a more reliable, protected, and secure system. So, apart from opening up for more economic activities, it will also ensure that security at its highest, offering that will ensure that economic activities and other businesses operate more comfortably. The construction of these data centers and cloud infrastructure will form the backbone for a sustainable digital ecosystem, serving as the key engine of growth towards a sustainable economy. The government of Malaysia continues to help strengthen this new ecosystem through creating a regulated environment that can support digital use while ensuring that citizens alongside the administration of public data resources are also in order. Hence, through triple helix approach, the government ensures that 4 service providers that have been licensed or identified would help Malaysians improve on their digital skills and create this so-called faculty of artificial intelligence, and to work with the government to carry out employee skills improvement programs, amongst others, that will open up more job opportunities. I'd like to also touch, ladies and gentlemen, on some sustainability, offerings or opportunities. The establishment of data center and cloud infrastructure comes with an expensive or cost of capital that can also contribute to carbon footprint increase to the environment. In 2011, however, Malaysia's ICT industry spent 3.57 billion ringgit on electricity and emitted 7.14 million metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. Based on international industry averages, the data center segment is responsible for 20% of the industry's energy consumption. That's quite a lot. And carbon footprint, making data centers a key focus area for energy efficiency and carbon reduction efforts. As it currently stands, data centers in Malaysia contributed somewhat around 1.4 million metric tons of carbon dioxide in 2011. It was like almost more than 10 years ago, and spent close to 714 million ringgit on energy costs. As such, there is an urgent need to put in place a guide for data centers operating in Malaysia to reduce operating costs and lessen this impact on the environment as we strive towards establishing a low-carbon economy by 2050. Back in 2015, the Green ICT Working Group, under the Malaysian Technical Standards Forum Berhad, has supervised the development of the technical code Green Data Center Specification. The technical code provides the minimum requirements for green data centers for the purpose of establishing policies, systems, energy efficiency of data centers, and at the same time reduce carbon footprint. or the Malaysian Industry Government for High Technology, as a think tank, one of the agencies under MOSTI, has developed a green data center. This green data center development was funded under the Newton Unku Omar Fund, starting from research and development stage, involving research academies, institutions and industry players, and now it is ready for commercial use. The Green Data Center, known as Edgibility, EDGIBILITY, that caters for applications requiring close proximity to users and end devices. This allows for ultra-low latency and enhanced security. So these are among others, sustainability technology that MOSTI through its agencies are promoting, in the case of Green Computing Initiative, to bring data centers and cloud services to a more realistic and environmental friendly and sustainability. Currently, Edgibility at Cyberjaya 1 at MIT in Cyberjaya is the only data center in Asia Pacific and Middle East that has obtained the titanium level of the certified low carbon computing facility certification. So I'd like to urge that data centers players and cloud computing offerings companies to look at this technology and utilize it for the better world of the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to also talk about other initiatives which is under MOSTI's agency, Meranti. Meranti is a combination of Technology Park Malaysia and Magic, two agencies before. So they've combined making to form Meranti. Meranti stands for Malaysian Researchers for Acceleration in Innovation and Technology, or Meranti Park. It's still located in Bukit Jalil. It is a technology commercialization accelerator formed by the government. Meranti has been awarded a total of some amount of some 30 million ringgit last year, or this year rather, to boost local innovation and speed up the use and development of technology. This will eventually enhance or assist the government to solve current difficulties as stipulated in the IR 4.0 policy. In January of this year, Meranti collaborated with TM1 and Huawei to jointly promote and develop Meranti's e-services platform. The tripartite expertise is synergized to create a dynamic environment where commercialization services, technology expertise, and testing sites are provided to support the competitiveness and portfolio development of local technology companies in domestic and international markets. So this service, or the e-services of Meranti, will simplify the supply and demand of intellectual property, as well as innovative and technology products and services, and more significantly, will match these solutions to global needs. It also fosters the use of artificial intelligence, software innovations, or locally developed software as a service, as I mentioned just now, to enable future technologies and produce a more highly qualified and experienced workforce through technology knowledge and exchange. Such collaboration between the government agencies and industry partners in the ecosystem is crucial to drive and give local businesses a competitive advantage that equips them with capabilities in business analytics such as big data, AI, and blockchain, allowing them to build digital advancements. Meranti e-Services is a cloud marketplace for Meranti communities to subscribe on cloud services and offerings, featuring a one-stop experience platform for the quadruple helix audience to utilize. So we urge, we encourage, data centers and also businesses to look at its e-services at its offering that can enable the utilization of the most up-to-date technology to be run on that platform. Ladies and gentlemen, in closing and in conclusions, MOSTI, via the National Science Policy and Innovation of 2021 to 2030, aims to develop Malaysia as a high-tech nation by 2030. Aligned with the policy, data center and cloud infrastructure included under My Digital, will further drive the aspirations of the National Policy on Science, Technology and Innovation in creating a science, technology, innovation economy ecosystem. We've introduced several roadmaps, including artificial intelligence, robotics, blockchain, and also national advanced materials, amongst others, that relates to the fourth industrial revolution and digital advancement. And we believe that with these true norths of technology verticals, we'll be able to spearhead and guide the industry and businesses to come together in Malaysia, offering to the regional and the global world our big capabilities and abilities to stand high together. The initiatives taken so far is a proof of commitment from the government in preparing the landscape to boost the digital economy in the country. For a complete cycle and active participation from industry and academia are highly welcome. Together, we will shape and enhance the digital landscape and boost the country's digital economy as a whole. Thank you very much. And with that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Datuk Dr. Mohd Nor Azman. All right.